Okay, good afternoon everyone. So this is our lesson for the first quarter. We have here the particulate nature of matter. Okay, so the first one, we have here yung meaning ng matter, anything that has mass and occupies space. And when we say atoms, it comes from the Greek word atomos, which means uncuttable. When we say uncuttable, it is also indivisible, or you cannot break these atoms into two or into many pieces. Okay, so here we have here the different pictures of philosophers. And we have ancient Greek philosophy. Okay, so ancient Greek philosophy, you can see the definition. It arose in the 6th century. BCE means before Common Era. Okay. And ito yung time na namatay. Okay, so let's continue. Again, when we say dito sa ancient Greek philosophy, it is the death of Alexander the Great. Kindly write down sa mga kopya ninyo if you have one. And also, nung namatay si Alexander the Great, doon naman yung nag-emerge na yung Roman Empire dito sa 6th century before Common Era. Okay, it was incorporated in the Roman Empire. Okay, and we have here the big question, what was a single underlying substance that held within itself? Or in other words, what is the building blocks of matter? So since philosophers and scientists have different points of views, we will first discuss about the philosophers. And also, I will give you an assignment, ano pagkakaiba ng philosophers sa mga different scientists. Okay, so we have here, the first one is Socrates. So Socrates is known as the father of ethics and inquiry. And that's why he was named as the greatest Greek philosopher. Okay, so instead of asking what made the world, kagaya ng tinatanong ng mga scientists, these philosophers are asking what was the best way to live. So these philosophers, they are just thinking about the human and yung mga nasa paligid niya, yun lang. Kung ano yung relationship ng dalawa. Tapos iba naman ang pag-aaral ng mga scientists. Okay. Now we have here Socrates' contributions. Ang best contribution ni Socrates is the scientific method. So according to Aristotle, he founded the scientific method wherein kapag may scientific method, we are gradually going from one step to another to have a conclusion. So, parang yan yung nasa research ninyo. First, before you proceed sa chapter 3, etc., bago nyo makuha yung mga different tools, you need to think first, ano nga ba yung problema? So, Socrates contributed this one. Okay, next we have the pre-Socratic. So, before Socrates, we have the pre-Socratics and we have Milesian or Milesian school, wherein they have what we call monism. When we say monism or the material monism, it is a belief which provides an explanation of the physical world. So, ang sinasabi dito, world's objects are composed of just a single element. So again, when we say material monism, it is a pre-Socratic belief that the physical world's objects are just composed of single element. Okay, next we have here arch. So what is the arch of all things in the cosmos? Cosmos is another term for universe. So ang sinasabi dito, saan nga ba nanggaling, ano yung pinagmulan or origin ng universe? So arch, a Greek word which means the primary senses or beginning. Okay, so we have here yung mga different philosophers na meron silang iba't ibang paniniwala kung saan nanggaling yung universe or ano yung bumubuo sa matter. Okay, we have here Thales. He is known as the father of science. And he believed that water is the arch of everything or the material cause of all things. So, ang sinasabi ni Thales, according to him, that water is the primary substance why matter is formed. Okay, next to Thales, we have Anaximander. Okay, so according to Anaximander, the principle of all things was infinity. And we have here the apeiron or infinite. And this means that there are no boundaries or unlimited daw kung saan nagagaling yung composition ng matter. And also, aside from that, Anaximander also invented the gnomon or the pointer on the sundial, which tells the time. And the first drew a map of the inhabited world. That's why Anaximander was called as the father of astronomy because he also think of mathematical equations para makuha yung tawag dito, yung and he used different proportions to map the heavens. And ang sinasabi nila na si Anaximander is a pupil of Thales. Okay, now let's proceed to the next one. We have Anaximenes. So according to Anaximenes, his main idea is that air is the beginning of all the composition of matter. And his main interest is metaphysics. So what is metaphysics? So metaphysics is the abstract of reality that has no basis at all. So yung mga philosophers, yung mga metaphysicians, and scientists, they have different views of how to get an answer dun sa main question kung saan nagagaling yung tawag dito, yung matter. Okay. Next, we have here Anaxagoras. Kay Anaxagoras naman, kasali din siya, we have what we call the Anaxagorian theory sa origin of the universe, wherein he said that the universe was originally an undifferentiated mass until it was worked upon by mind or nu, a spiritual component. So, di ba yung iba ang sinasabi nila na meron tayong geocentric theory, wherein when we say geocentric, Earth is the center. When we say heliocentric, Sun is the center of the universe. Pero para kay Anaxagoras, yung origin daw ng universe, it was from a spiritual component, and he called this a nous, N-O-U-S. Okay. Next, we have here Heraclitus. So Heraclitus, he was called the obscure and the weeping philosopher. And according to him, no man ever steps in the same river twice. Okay, so for him, a fire for Heraclitus is the primordial element or the arch. And para kay Heraclitus, parang he is comparing the things we have here sa universe sa fire because kagaya nung sinabi niya kanina dito that no man ever steps in the same river twice. So like the fire, for example, nothing remain the same for any period of time. So parang sa kanya, bawat oras, bawat segundo, paiba-iba, laging may changes. Parang yung flame sa fire, once na yung wood is sinunog na yan, it will not go back to its original composition, according to Heraclitus. Okay, next we have Empedocles. So Empedocles, he believes about the love and strife or the forces of change. And the true reality is changeless. But apparent change in objects is not an illusion. Okay, and also he believed about the four basic elements na ito daw yung mga elements na bumubuo sa matter. We have the earth, fire, water, and air.